Totara gives site administrators the ability to group users at the site level into audiences. There are two different types of audiences, dynamic and set. Dynamic audiences are most commonly used and created based on a set of rules. The rules range from user profile information to membership in other audiences to a large list of many other possibilities. Set audiences are manually created by the site administrator by cherry-picking individual users. While these are not as commonly utilized, they still serve a purpose. To create an audience, click the administration gear icon in the top navigation bar. Select Audiences. There are 4 tabs across the top of the audience screen: All Audiences, System Audiences, Add a New Audience, and Upload Audiences. The All Audiences tab will list all of the audiences no matter their context in the system. The System Audiences tab will list all audiences created at the system context. On both tabs, you can search for an existing audience to edit. Typically, your audiences will be created at the system level. Therefore, this is the tab it will default to upon accessing the audience screen. The Upload Audiences tab will allow you to upload the details for a set audience. These details are things like audience name and ID. It does not allow you to add members to the audience via upload. Dynamic audiences cannot be uploaded at this time. For our example today, we will be creating a dynamic audience. Click the Add a New Audience tab. First, name the audience. Give the audience a name that will make sense to all site administrators. If you need to, provide more detail in the description box to provide more information as to why the audience was created and what it's being utilized for. Leave it set at the system context, as this will allow the most flexibility. The audience ID is automatically populated and can be left alone. However, if you would like to utilize a different naming convention, you can absolutely do that as long as it's unique. Next, select the audience type. Be aware that you can't change your audience type once an audience has been created. For our example, we will use a dynamic audience. Dynamic means that users will be added and removed automatically as the users meet and do not meet the rule sets within the audience. Start date is relevant if you are using dashboards or if you do not want users to be updated until a certain date. You might use an end date if you would like to remove access to a dashboard after a certain time, or if you would like an audience to no longer be automatically updated. For our example, we're not going to utilize either date. You can also select to send alerts to audience members. This will only alert them that they have been added to or removed from an audience. In most cases, alerts are not necessary because learners may or may not be aware that they are a member of an audience on your Totara site. Finally, save changes. Before we set rules, let's set how you want your membership to update. These settings determine who will be added and who will be automatically removed based on if they meet the selected criteria. Typically, you will want to leave both boxes checked, but you may have a use case where you want to uncheck one or the other. Because you can have multiple rule sets within a dynamic audience, it is important to have a membership setting between every rule set. If you have more than one rule set, you will need to select and or an or operator to determine how those rule sets will work together. We are using an audience to roll out new training to staff managers whose start date is on or before today's date. Next, we are going to set our rules. We are going to use an audience to roll out new training to new staff managers whose start date is on or before today's date. We will use 2 rules within one rule set. The first rule will be based on the start date of the user's job assignment. The second rule will be the user's job assignment has direct reports. Notice that potential rules can be pulling from multiple data sources, such as the user's profile, including any custom fields that have been created, job assignments, course and program completion, audience membership, and login dates. The membership setting between each rule is set as AND, which means the users in the audience must meet both criteria to be added. Once you are satisfied with the rules you have set, click Approve Changes. Anytime you make changes to rules, you will need to approve these changes to see the audience membership change. Audiences not only allow you to quickly and automatically group users based on criteria they meet, but also manage their learning experience. With audiences, you can enroll into learning, make learning visible, assign learning plan templates, goals, and roles at the system level. Additionally, audiences can be used for program and certification assignments, dashboards, badges, activity restrictions, as well as reporting.